But now there's this. Chip.
Terminal?
Yep. Message from Leela. Good job. I have received reports from some human security forces. They agree that the aliens are concentrating on the aft engineering section. They're coming up our pooper. I would conjecture that they will try to shut down the Marathon's reactors. Your next mission will be to put the automatic defenses online. I will give you exact information when you arrive. I am tired. I will give you exact information when you arrive. Teleport when ready. End message. Counterattack. Those are MADs.
Yeah.
MADDs, Marathon Automated Defense Drones.
So we completed the first chapter.
Because we're purple, our guy is purple.
Yeah.
You notice that? Like,
yeah.
I wonder if that's something that Tree Llama made happen, or if that was in the original game.
I don't know. Like, that's part of the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah. Incoming message from Leela. I've received a preliminary report from some members of the science staff who have finished post-mortem examinations on three kinds of aliens. They report that by modern genealogical standards, the different aliens belong to different species. I've been collecting... Holy shit!
Those bugs aren't related to those forearm guys?
That's not like the mega female of the species.
If they mate, they can make a donkey.
I've been collecting as much information as I can and will give you a report shortly. I have established contact with Durandal for the first time since the attack, and he was just kind of like, doors! He seems to have sustained less damage than I had previously suspected. Durandal reports that he has been in communication with the aliens. He says that the aliens behind the invasion call themselves the Four, and that the ones attacking the computer net are called the Sphit. That's how I always assumed those were pronounced.
Yeah.
But he was reluctant to share the details of his communication, and I cannot understand this. Maybe you should talk to Durandal a little bit more, Leela. Maybe you should press him on that matter.
He was just kind of weird.
Durandal's the weirdo. He's like, opening the doors and stuff, and then she goes and talks to him, and he's like, I've spoken with them. I've talked to them. And she's like, yeah? What'd they say?
I cannot reveal that at this time.
And then she's just like, all right, buddy. I'll see you later. Your mission here is rather simple. You must insert the circuits in the defense control terminals.
We gotta insert some shit.
This is your current location. There is a shield recharge in the access control room.
That sounds good.
Here is a supply room with a large supply of ammunition and weapons. You should stop in this room. This is the defense control center. Hopefully the new control circuits will work. Place one in the terminal at this location. This is where to place a second one.
Let me guess.
This is the final location. Good luck. Smooch.
That's a better place for the end message thing.
Smooch.
One of the previous terminals had it like before that part, which was weird.
I think it's like that a lot. Pop, pop.
I like all these
What's
AIs.
the name of this?
Just like, yeah, man.
What's the name of this level?
Oh. Hang on.
Why are you... You have an assault rifle.
I remember being out of ammo sometimes, so I was just... defend this.
I think we were out of ammo because we died and started the levels over.
Yeah,
stuff.
that happened a lot. So, yeah, it's a little weird when you play co-op.
Yeah.
Because when you die,
I think they've changed it since we played. I think they modified it so that like there's ammo drops and stuff next to where you spawn.
Yeah. Big red room. Oh, this one's the...
What's the name of the level?
Defend this.
Oh, okay. Assimilate this. You gotta... Yeah, there you go. You're out now.
We would get squished by that.
You're gonna do a deathless playthrough of this game.
I'm not committed to that idea.
I've never been more committed to anything. I'm the commit to things guy.
Is this a bad place?
Nah,
we're all right.
Look at that glow effects, though.
Cyborg.
Good job, Tree Llama.
Yeah, that's just like texture work.
I mean, it's not though. It's like it's textures, and then there's also some OpenGL shit with the light sources there. That's like a thing that he did.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because Marathon originally has like very harsh lighting. It's like this. Like you can just set this polygon to
this
a certain light.
Part of
looks
this corridor
really cool.
it's super stark and like striking and stuff.
But it's not very subtle.
Yeah. Stay clear when lift in operation.
That seems like good advice.
So there's dudes up on the top, tippy tappy. Use some grenades, dude. Jesus. They're behind you, also. Do you have to kill them?
Yeah.
You're not a vidmaster. You're not killing everything.
I made a clay like model of one of the Greens Fit guys.
Did you?
One time, yeah. And it was really cool. And I painted it and everything. And it was like standing up on this like little wooden stick thing that I had like made.
Uh-huh.
And it apparently wasn't super sturdy. So like when it was like about done,
Yeah.
it just like fell over. And the whole thing shattered.
Story of your life.
Yeah, basically. I have some pictures of it, I
Nice.
think.
Cool.
Oh.
That was like a Harrison Ford moment. Unauthorized access. Alarm. Security breach. Search heading Rampancy. Search found a bunch of headings. Remove redundancies. File one of a lot. It is a side effect of Rampancy that AIs generally become more aggressive and more difficult to affect by subterfuge. Thus, actually disassembling a rampant AI is quite dangerous. This was evident in the crash of Traxxas 4 in 2206. By the time the rampancy of Traxxas was detected, he had already infiltrated 5 of the other AIs on the Martian net. The only recourse for the Martians was to shut down the Martian planetary net. Even then, it took 2 full years to completely root out the damage that Traxxas had done, and the repercussions of the crash were seen for over 10 years after his rampancy had begun. Rampancy has been divided into 3 distinct stages. Each stage can take a different amount of time to develop, but the end result is a steady progression toward greater intellectual activity and an acceleration of destructive impulses. It is not clear whether these impulses are due to the growth of the AI's psyche or simply a side effect of the new intellectual activity. 3 stages is section abbreviated. This is the abridged edition. The 3 stages were diagnosed shortly after the first rampancies were discovered on Earth in the later part of the 21st century. The stages are titled after the primary emotional bent of the AI during each stage. They are melancholia, anger, and jealousy. In general, rampancy is accelerated by outside stimuli. This was discovered early in cybertonics. The more rampant AI is harassed or threatened, the more rapidly it becomes dangerous. Thus, most rampants are dealt with in one mighty attack, in order to deny the AI time to grow or recover. There have been a few examples of this tactic not succeeding. In all of these cases, the rampant was never brought under control. Traxxas 4 is the most notable example. He was finally dealt with by a complete shutdown of his host net. Theoretically, testing rampancy should be easily accomplished in the laboratory, but in fact, it has never successfully been attempted. The confinement of the laboratory makes it impossible for the developing rampant AI to survive. As the growing recursive programs expand with exponential vivacity, any limitation negatively hampers growth. Since rampant AIs need a planetary-sized network of computers in order to grow, it is not feasible to expect anyone to sacrifice a world web just to test a theory. In the 250 years since rampancy first appeared in the EarthNet, the stable rampant AI, the holy grail of cybertonics, has never come close to fruition. Since no rampant has ever been controlled or turned to any useful purpose, it is the opinion of this writer, and of the majority of the cybertonic community, that all rampant AIs are a danger to cyberlife, liberty, and the pursuit of thrashedness. James B. Miller, 2320, Life and Death of Intelligence. Thrashedness. I think that was supposed to be like a nerd joke. That's like a future nerd joke.
And then alarms.
On these DOS computers they're running on their fucking... on these like Unix computers they're running on their fucking spaceship.
So rampancy is a pretty major concept in this
Bungie
and
games.
Halo.
Yeah. It's interesting that it's not in Destiny. So far, anyway.
So far, yeah. There's still AIs.
Well, I
They
mean,
take, like,
Rasputin.
Rasputin is kind of something.
He
for
might
sure.
be a rampant AI, like a stable one, like a certain someone we know.
Automated defenses, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Shooting motherfuckers. Those defense drones are really cool when they blow up. They're like getting blown up animation is cool.
They beat those SFIT guys.
Nice.
SFIT compiler.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Button.
Compilers. You made the floor go
Ammo.
down.
This room.
There's a lot of like warehouse.
Yeah, this room seems
rooms.
efficient.
Purple ones are a bitch. The color purple.
This is where we originally determined that. Oh god, you.
Yeah, you might have to blow it up.
We'll be all right. This is where we first
Use a little
developed,
bitch. You're not even blowing up your friends. You're definitely not a vid master.
where we first developed the term pile for a dead guy.
Dead body piles.
Because every body looks like such a pile of guts
Yeah.
in this. That,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
we
it
just
does.
refer to dead guys as piles. Tormanel.
I just touched my mic.
Congrats.
Bitch.
I'm not sure what you just accomplished. But
I just, whenever I do an annoying thing, I have to do it like real hard a bunch of times to like underscore that I don't give a fuck. Incoming message from Leela. I've summarized all the information that I've gathered on the aliens so far. Begin report this. 4 are generally thinner and lighter than humans and are superbly adapted for low-gravity environments. Durandal told me that there are many clans of the 4, each physically distinct from each other, but my summary only includes 2 of them. Only 2 clans of the 4 have been examined. The fighter carries a shock staff, which is capable of attacking at different settings. The trooper is armed for vacuum conditions and carries a combination explosive and impact.
I like that reports are just like incremental. Like,
Yeah.
they have no other designation. It's just like an amount of reports.
Projectile weapon, which is similar to your AR-75. The 4 seem to have enslaved a number of other races. The Hulk is an enormous and rather slow creature, but it is incredibly strong. The science report indicated that it had no body fat and therefore had to be fed often to keep it active. One crew member reported seeing one of the creatures pointing to itself and mumbling, "Driniol," right before it picked Johnny up by the shirt and crushed him against a pillar.
Johnny.
The science staff had difficulty finding a good specimen of this fit or compiler to autopsy. The only specimen autopsied was almost completely destroyed, but it was obvious that the compilers are cyborgs of some kind. The biological component of the compiler is so closely linked to the machine that it could never survive without it. The compiler's actual body is very small, resembling closely a mammalian brain, except that the neurons are much finer and far more complex. End of report, end of message. She had to end both. It was like HTML tags.
So those are some names you can call them if you want to call them not what they are called.
I mean, she said what they're called also.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like a weird thing. This is like some nicknames for them.
Things have different names, man.
Yeah, but
In the Northeast, I'm known as Gasmoinas Maystar. Bitch.
I think I gotta hit all those and go through the thing.
Yeah, you have to, like, hit them all. So, like, bish, bash, bosh, bish. And then you gotta... Usually what I do is I just, like, press them a bunch and then, like, run back there. You could figure out what 2 are, like, next to each other. Go, go, go.
It works. Caution. Blue man.
Dope. Get your
Grenades
shields
are
up.
cool.
Pattern buffer. So the idea of the save game is actually like in universe. Like you
Yeah.
save your pattern. It's like a replicator in Star Trek. You save your pattern into this buffer and you can just be reformed if you die. I don't know why. I guess you're reformed from the particles of your dead body because otherwise they could just like make a bunch of you or whatever.